G'day cocktail lovers, welcome back. I hope you've been keeping well. I've been keeping busy in these strange times of ours. Been doing a lot of live streams. Often make cocktails on the live streams as well. We talk cocktails, and my regular sidekick on these, AZ, he's a hoopy fruit who knows where his towel is. He said, you know what you've got to do? You've got to make a Pan Galactic Gargle Blaster. And as we're coming up on Towel Day, the day where you want to make sure you know where your towel is, and us being old Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy fans, seemed like a perfectly timed opportunity to have a go at the Pan Galactic Gargle Blaster. Now if you look online, everyone and their dog has had a go at approximating what it would be. I say approximating because the book, radio play, TV show, movie, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is a sci-fi comedy, and well, to put it mildly, there's a lot of nonsense descriptions of the ingredients of a Pan Galactic Gargle Blaster. To wit, take the juice from one bottle of Old Jank's Spirit, pour it into 1 measure of the water from the seas of Santrogenus 5, allow 3 cubes of Arcturan Mega Gin to melt in the drink, allow 4 litres of Phalian marsh gas to bubble through the drink. Over the back of a silver spoon, float 1 measure of galactin hypermint extract. Drop in the tooth of an Algonian sun tiger. Sprinkle Zamphor, add an olive, and drink. Very carefully. Because, as Zaphod Beeblebrox was known to have said, never drink more than 2 Pan Galactic Gargle Blasters unless you're an Arcturan mega elephant with bronchial pneumonia. And hey, that also seems to fit in at the times we're in. Pneumonia being one of the complications that you can get from COVID-19. So I'll make one of these and it'll be protective. That sounds like more scientific knowledge than gets imparted by the President of the United States. Make a really strong drink to fight off infection. And I think I've got some good approximations of these ingredients. For that Old Jank's Spirit, I figure it has to be something pretty special, so I'm going to do 1 shot of my blue absinthe. For the water of the seas of Santrogenus 5, make something salty. A lot of people simply put some saline solution in, which is a pretty good idea. I thought I can go one better than that. I've got this vodka that I infused with spice sumac, which is a really interesting salty, sour flavour, very unique, and I think that's just about perfect. So 1 measure, 1 ounce of my sumac infused vodka goes in. For Arcturan Mega Gin, I know what to substitute. I have my own Mega Gin, Navy Strength, the Sailor, handcrafted gin from the Tiny Bear Distillery. 58% alcohol. I think this is as mega as I need to go. I'll put in 1 shot of this. Now for Phalian marsh gas, if I was fancy and had a smoker, I'd probably infuse the drink with some smoke. But I don't have a smoker, and I doubt you do either. What's a good approximation? Something that's already smoky. So I'm going to do half a shot of mezcal, and as inspired by discussions on my live stream, if it's got to be gassy, be carbonated. So when I finish the whole drink, I am going to top it with soda. But for that really smoky, marshy flavour, I'm going to have a nice smoky mezcal in there. Now, because the impact of a Pan Galactic Gargle Blaster has been equated to having your brain smashed out with a wedge of lemon wrapped around a large gold brick, clearly needs some lemon juice in here. So I'm going to squeeze some fresh lemon in there as well. If you're measuring, say about 20 mils of lemon juice. I feel like it needs a little sweetness to balance things, so I'm going to put half an ounce, 15 mils of sugar syrup in. It's a syrup that I made with unrefined coconut sugar. You can use plain old simple syrup, agave, whatever sweetener you happen to have on hand, but I think it just needs a little bit of help. Spoonful of sugar, helping the medicine go down and all that. Now the other touches are going to go in the glass after I mix it. You might be able to pick a slight problem here. It's a really unappealing colour. It's almost black. And if you've seen representations of a Pan Galactic Gargle Blaster, It's usually yellow or maybe green. This won't do. Now, if you've watched some of my other videos or been on my live streams, you might guess where I'm going with this. Going to do a milk clarification, which is quite easy. I've done other videos on it. Basically, you want a little bit of milk. The ratio of your drink to milk should be about 4:1. So this is just 1 ounce of milk in here. And I just add the cocktail mix in there. Now that milk is going to curdle, which again, people who haven't heard of milk clarification or making a milk punch, that's enough to turn them right off, but it's all part of the process. The milk curds will actually filter this. I need to let this rest for a while, then I need to filter it. That's all going to take time. I'll be back really shortly from your perspective. Time has passed and the base for our Pan Galactic Gargle Blaster has gone through the milk clarification process. It's gone from being a dirty blue-grey colour to a dark green colour, which is very interesting to me because I've done this process a few times, there's half a dozen times, and in previous cases, no matter what colour the original drink was, and again, some of them were basically black, some were very dark brown, they came out somewhere between very light yellow and amber. This one has come out very different. But given that a Pan Galactic Gargle Blaster, as I remember it, was green, I think this is going to go well, particularly when we dilute it with the bubbles from our Phalian marsh gas. I'm just using lemonade. You could use soda, tonic, whatever you feel like, some Prosecco, champagne if you're feeling particularly fancy. But I think once we stir this in, it's going to be a very suitable colour. So over a lot of ice, we'll put that in, and then we'll get our bubbles, give it a top up, and I think we want to stir that to get it a bit even. Get our bar spoon in there, give it a jolly stir. It's tasting pretty good. And the last few things in there, the sun tiger tooth. Most people put a sugar cube in at this point. I've decided the sun tiger's tooth is a rainbow, a cake decoration. So for no particular reason, apart from, we're just having a bit of fun here, putting that in there. And it did say we want some peppermint extract. Well, I've got spearmint extract. This is for cooking. I'll just actually put some things down so I don't spill. Our finishing touches, we do a little float of our peppermint extract, and we add 1 olive. 1 friendly little olive goes in there. All that's left now is to drink, as the instructions say, very carefully. That is quite the cavalcade of things. I'm throwing out there. Don't put mint extract on top. I feel like I just sculled some mouthwash. It was really good until I put the mint on top. That was not a good idea. But I hope you know where your towel is today. I hope you have a bit of fun. My one tip, definitely do not put the mint essence, like the cooking material, on top. It's way too much. But the rest of it worked really well. So happy towel day to you. I hope to see you again soon. If you're not already subscribed, that would be very kind of you to subscribe to the channel. Give a thumbs up. Tell your friends. Let me know if you've experimented with the Pan Galactic Gargle Blaster yourself in the comments. But I'll hopefully see you again soon. And for now, I will say cheers.